July 8th of year 11 at 12:11 a.m. Entry 117. Growth, Moonlight, and Balance. Here I am in year 11, sitting behind Matthew G. as he lies sleeping next to an open page of the book I was reading. The Mystical Kabbalah, or something like that. I started this off reading a few sections of the Z-Files 1 Alpha book, of how I felt several years ago, found my analysis of my feelings to be interesting, analytical, and highly rational, and, for the most part, kept under control. And I was and am proud of myself for that. Emotionally and physically, I've changed a lot since then. I've become someone that Z can admire, and someone that Ada can be attracted to. I've become someone that Kara can look up to, but on the other side, I have lost Max as a friend, and Z has slipped out of my life also. I would repair both of those bridges if I could, but this decision was theirs, not mine. This saddens me, but I will continue on strong as always. I've changed much since I first started the Z-Files 4 years ago. It's almost astounding to note the differences. I've always been in control of how my feelings appear to others, moderating their expression, but now I've learned to be more expressive, to show that I care without overdoing it, to make people feel loved and appreciated, and to also be a comfort to them. Kenny, Ben, Matt, Z, Ada, Audra, and Anne. I have built bridges that I wish to maintain and make stronger, and that hopefully will grow stronger with time, and I am proud of that, taking my own destiny into my own hands, as has always been my birthright. But now, I've got a different conundrum. I have become a strong person, attractive and analytical with great intelligence, comparable emotional depth, and at the very least moderate wisdom, unique beliefs, and a fair amount of athleticism. But I have no place in the world as of yet. I think I may be able to say that I can make my niche anywhere, but I don't wish to make my niche just anywhere. I want to make it somewhere specifically, where my mark can be felt most effective, and I'd like to make it alongside someone of significance. Today, that feels like Matthew. I am falling for him. But my emotions wax and wane in odd ways and at odd intervals. When I'm near him, that desire is satisfied, and I don't wish to see him as much. But when I'm away from him, the desire grows exponentially until it becomes a pang of sorts. I look upon his still, half-naked form, and I change my mind, just then, about not wanting to see him so much. He's beautiful and adventurous, with sensuous curves and gorgeous legs. His rear end glows like the moonlight, but the upper half of his body is of a tawny Italian aesthetic. I could very much fall in love with him. You may not happen already. But since I have learned temperance, I have since gained the ability to control my falling for close friends, to an extent at least. Matt seems to enjoy my company, and seems to like me, seems to be curious about me at times, and seems to be attracted to me. All these factors would point towards him being fond of me, but fond how? Fond like a good friend? Or fond enough to make me his boyfriend one day? I'm keeping my eyes peeled, and I enjoy the relationship we have now, but I'd like to know that he'd at least like me as a boyfriend. I wouldn't want to rush into a relationship, necessarily, nor do I need the title to feel secure. But if I knew he felt about me much the same way I felt about him, then I would be comfortable enough to just be. That doesn't matter so much now, though. I'm trying to keep my emotions at an even keel or level, and I would very much appreciate him as a partner in the future, however long it takes. Having said that, I wonder if my feelings will change again in the future. I recall I thought that way about Z once, but after distancing myself, meeting other people, and getting him pissed off at me for being busy for a switch, I no longer feel that way so much about Z now, although I still care about his well-being very much, but he distanced himself from me, not the other way around. Bracket. Perhaps that's wrong. I think I may have distanced myself from him, but I felt this was his doing because he allowed it to occur. End bracket. And after analyzing that statement, I can fairly say that in the future, even if I fall in and then out of love with Matthew, I will still care very much about his well-being because that's the type of person I am. Back to the prior topic, work. My path. How do I discover it and get on it? How can I avoid being a big fish in a small pond and actually accomplish something with my life other than mediocre/random experiments and projects from time to time? And why is it important that I accomplish anything? Why is being happy and productive enough not the only focus of my existence? This seems to be the primary question of the next phase of life that I am coming/going into. And while I may not have all the answers now, I hope to discover and/or stumble across them as the future commences. Perhaps the Kabbalah will hold some answers, and if not that, then perhaps my growth alongside Matt will.